Okay, welcome to another viewing on this channel. I'm happy to have you with us. And for today, we're doing a special interview. I'm here with my son Miguel.
Good afternoon.
And we are going to do an interview for Mother's Day, a Mother's Day special interview of sorts, okay? Now, I asked Miguel some time ago if he would like to just come up with some questions, some things that he might want to ask me as a mom, and 2 suggestions. As we know, when we become parents, or even before we become parents, I mean, there are self-help books. We know that there is the Bible that teaches us laws and principles. There are mothers and grandmothers and so forth that who can assist us, you know. But there is no one way of being an effective mom. There's no one way fits all, one size fits all kind of a routine when it comes to being a mother and an effective mother, as a matter of fact. So as I said before, I asked him if he would like to come up with some questions. I told him to come up with 5. No special reason why I said 5. I just chose 5 so that it wouldn't be too much or too little. All right. And to give 2 suggestions. All right. It took some time, but he came up with some questions and I did look at them. I didn't change them or anything like that because I like to allow my children to be expressive. Once they're being respectful, I don't mind them being inquisitive or sharing their opinion or concern, whatever it is. All right, so that's how I like to have my relationship with my children. And so he had those 5 questions. As I said before, I did not change them. I just asked him, "You sure you want to ask these questions? You don't want to change anything?" What was your response?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes, that's what?
Yes, that I don't want to change it.
Okay. All right. So that's just that's clear out there that I didn't say, "No, you can't ask me that. No, ask me this." Like, okay, it's so scripted. No. I allow him to ask a question. So, he's gonna ask. You wanna come over a little bit more?
Okay, sure.
All right.
So, the first question is, how do you deal with wild children, i.e., Nathaniel?
Don't call Nathaniel. But anyway, okay. So he's asking how I deal with wild children, and I figured too that he's speaking about children who are probably always on the go, busy. You have to call to them, you have to correct them, and so forth. And to that, I might want to say, in a similar way that I dealt with you.
I wasn't that wild.
You know?
I wasn't that wild.
He thinks that he was so pristine and so well behaved and so quiet when he was a child, and he was not.
I wasn't quiet. Wait,
he was
I wasn't quiet. I was more relaxed. I would talk a lot. I would interject everything. But I wouldn't be running all over the place like a madman.
Miguel. I had to, not because you're more mellow now, because you're maturing, okay? You are maturing, and so you're coming out of those stages of always, you know, being up and down and so forth. You're more laid back now, and that's fine, right? And you have to understand too that people go through different stages, just like how you are going through different stages. So how I deal with children who you might perceive to be wild because they're energetic, Miguel, I speak with them. I try my best to make sure that they know what they're supposed to be doing and what they're not supposed to be doing. I try to affirm the good behavior and correct the behaviors that are not so favorable at all. All right? So that just like what I did with you, I will do with other children. Okay? Whether they're my students or my own biological children, cousins, nieces, nephews, what I would call my adopted children, or, you know, those that I'm not biologically connected to, but they have grown on me and I've grown on them, and their parents understand that when they're around me, I'm responsible for them. Right? So, I hope that answers the question. Next question.
Okay. So, personally, what are the roles that you think God has given for the woman in the family?
Okay. As scripture says, the wife is a helpmeet for the husband, and you know what I want to say too is that roles are changing so much. The role of a woman in different cultures, you will find there are differences. Some people believe that the woman is supposed to just be at home, cook, clean, have babies, mind children, and that's it. While in other cultures, they do believe that the woman is supposed to have equal opportunities as the man. I believe in an integrated approach or a mixed approach, right? I don't believe, okay, the woman must just clean and think. No, I don't believe in that at all, right? In the home, and it could be, because we're not just talking about me alone here. Because you have women in the family who are married, some who are not married, some who are with their children on their own, and some who are not. So the role of a woman in the family is a nurturer. A woman, I think, is built as a nurturer. Especially a woman who is connected to God is built as a nurturer.
I agree.
And is there to nurture her family, whether she married or she not married, whether she has a partner or not. She's a natural nurturer. And even if you look at it from childbearing and so on, she's a nurturer. So when you grow old and you have your wife and so on, it's not to say that you should nurture her too, but give her space, give her what she needs so that she can function in her role as a nurturer. You understand?
Okay.
So that's what I believe. What you think?
I personally think you interviewed me about.
Okay. Oh my goodness. This is how I am sometimes. And they ask me a question, sometimes I ask, what do you think? I don't just tell them, okay, I ask them back. So,
but yeah, my standpoint on it is
and
that
I'll try not to be the one interviewing you. Okay, just answer this one and then
my standpoint is very much similar to yours. I believe that the woman should be the nurturer, and it's basically biological. It's natural for her to be more caring and stuff like that.
And that is not to say you shouldn't be caring, because the man has his part too. I know sometimes in the real world, in life, we don't always see that played out, but I want you to know what ought to be at the same time, so that as you're growing, what your role is and so on. All right, so let me not take on the interviewer. Go ahead, Miguel. Next question.
Okay.
At question number 3.
How do you feel about the stretch marks after giving birth?
Okay. How do I feel about stretch marks? All right. How should I answer this now? Okay. Stretch marks, yes, they proved. And first of all, stretch marks aren't only there for people who have given birth. And some people who gave birth, they don't have one stretch mark for various reasons, okay? But everybody is different. Sometimes I'll say, listen here, if you see any stretch marks here, those came from you stretching out my belly, right? So, okay. Which I've said before. But yeah, how I feel about stretch marks, sometimes I don't like inconvenience. I don't know if I would say an inconvenience. Maybe if you want to wear certain things, but some persons, it doesn't matter to them. For me though, I guess for me, I don't wear certain revealing clothes that have certain parts of my body out. So whether or not I would have, persons might not know or might, but stretch marks is just something that happens for some women who choose to have their children. And it's not anything to be ashamed of. So if anybody who's watching this, and if you have stretch marks, whether you have them on your arms, on your stomach, on your back, as a result of weight loss or having children, because Miguel asked the question after giving birth, right? Still embrace yourself. And your partner, those close to you, should not use it as a defining factor to you. It's a reminder of what you went through, how you brought life into the world, and it can be a beautiful thing. All right. We can even speak more about how to avoid stretch marks and how to remove stretch marks and all of that. But as a woman, how I feel after I gave birth and the body changes that you see and so forth, sometimes they're not always comfortable, but you know that these are a result of you bringing beautiful life into the world, and God used you to bring forth life to the world. So you learn to accept it. I learned to accept my body changes, because my body is not the same like how it was before. But in some cases it's better. Hey, and right? But you learn to accept yourself and know that any little changes that occur after birth, it is there because your body brought life into the world. That's how I see it. You can correct some things you just have to learn to live with and appreciate your beautiful self. That's how I see it.
The next question is, do you wish you had a daughter? And would you adopt or conceive? Because in our family,
you gave me these questions a little while ago, and I said to myself, you know what? I read the questions and I said, I don't want to go research and thing, and like I'm prepping so much, and then some of the questions I kind of forgot about them. But anyway, ask the question again so I can be clear. Kind of forgot about this one.
Do you wish you had a daughter? And will you adopt or conceive? Because there is a 3-to-1 dynamic in the family. So she's the only lady in the house.
Okay. If I wish I had a daughter, yes, I wish I had a daughter. Not in place or of you and your brother, do. Trust me.
As an addition.
As an addition, yes. I wish I had a daughter. Will I adopt or conceive? I don't know what the future holds. But I look forward to the future. That's all I can say. I leave it that way.
Okay. So.
A little plug in. No, let me not give a little plug in there. Let me leave that alone. Yes.
So, on to the suggestions.
On to the suggestions?
Yes.
Okay, you don't want to ask the last question again?
No, I don't.
All right.
Mm-hmm. A family talent show every month or annually?
You'd like that?
Yes.
Are you prepared to organize such a family talent display?
Yeah. I prefer annually because
it
gives more time to practice. But yes.
Annually.
Yes.
I don't have no problem with that. That's fine. That's cool. That's good.
So the next suggestion: an allowance $20 a week, and 10 for each 90 and above, 5 for each 89% to 80%, and for every 79 and below, minus $5. So this is all. You see, just for me. You know. It has its consequences. So, Mm-hmm.
First of all, for anybody who is viewing there, I want to say that we don't pay children to get grades. Okay? You are supposed to get good grades.
Yeah, I know. But this is an extra incentive.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with incentive, because I think I was even the one who I suggested something like this.
Yeah, you used to do it.
Yes, I used to do something like that for you, and I made it clear that I'm not paying you to get no grades, because you're supposed to do that. I'm just rewarding you for your hard work. So I can't say that I have a problem with this thing here. They said you would like to get a $10 reward for every 90 and above percent, a $5 for every 89 to 80%, and if you get a 79 or below, that subtract $5.
Yes.
So, what you all think about that?
So
what you all think about that?
So
right? Chime in. I want to hear what you all think before I even say anything. All right. So don't be shy. Say what you think in the comments below about Miguel's suggestion with these two things here: a talent show, an annual talent show, and monetary reward or reduction, penalizing for grades. Again, $10 for every 90 and above, $5 for 89% to 80%, or minus $5 for 79% or below, and an allowance.
Yes.
Right? On a $20 every week.
Yes.
All right.
And it's not just for me to just spend. Mm-hmm. It's for me to, save up. Sometimes, hey, I want, go out movies with my friends, myself, i.e.
I'm not gonna say any. Well, I'm glad that you know that you're supposed to save from whatever allowance you get.
Yeah, and
stuff, so on.
And there's a lot of things I would want to get.
Save and have your mind intact for, your long-term goals, your short-term goals. We talk about that sometimes. We've written down some of those things already. So, I'm trying to teach you as best I can about even your money management and so on. So, it's going to be up to you. It's not about the amount that you get. It's about what you do with what you get.
Yes.
You understand me?
Yes, totally.
And also be appreciative when you get it, because it now grow up on tree. Sorry. Right? It's not going on tree where people can just pick and... Okay?
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. This has been our interview. Thank you. Especially if you stayed to the end. Thank you. Leave that... Thank you for, just hanging out with us as we had this fun, little interaction on the channel.
Yes.
Educating, empowering, this is all a part of it. And just sharing with you who have, become a part of this community. If you haven't as yet and you're viewing this, I hope you'll like the content and that you'll decide to become a part by subscribing and so forth. All right, so I look forward to seeing you as a part of this community, and feel free to share in the comments below. And thank you as well, Miguel. You should be thanking me because you were interviewing me.
Yeah, but right? I still
sharpening those skills, coming into sharpening those public speaking skills and so on. All right, so thank you for participating, Miguel. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And so see you next time, everybody. Bye.
Bye.